We don't like hearing the alarm go off in the morning, I know, but you hear the alarm, you hear the lawnmower. These are actually affecting your hearing. Can it be? We have this morning Sam Thomasson joining us this morning. He is the CEO from Zounds Hearing. And thanks for being here, first of all, on your Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you very much.
This is something near and dear to your heart because as a father, your own child had an issue with hearing, and that's why you looked into it, into helping folks here in the Valley.
Yes. And most people don't realize that most hearing loss comes from noise exposure throughout their life.
Everyday things.
Everyday things. So today we brought a couple everyday things that people use and that we need to talk about a little bit. One of the things we all that have kids, we watch the teenagers and they'll use their iPod or other music instrument all day long. And the thing we need to worry about is how loud this music is and for how many hours that they use it for a day. Okay. So kind of a rule of thumb is if you can hear it and you're standing next to them, ask them to turn it down.
And how many times do you, that's the situation
all
with
the
just
time.
being out and about, you hear that.
The other thing is it's amazing that certain children's toys, when we use those children's toys, the sound is quite loud. In fact, this one, some of them are pretty obnoxious. This one, if we look at the sound,
now, what are you using?
Well,
Show us what you're using.
This is a sound meter, and by looking at this, the sound is all the way over 100 decibels. So if you watch a child and they put this too close to their ear, it's almost like being at a rock concert. So we need to be a little careful.
And now how do we turn it off?
Yeah, we'll throw that out here. So the other thing that people use every day, and this product isn't a danger to me personally, but it's something you probably use quite a bit. And the noise from this is also pretty high. So one of the things I've noticed is we should probably use it a little lower setting, you know, just to take a little bit longer to dry your hair.
And most do offer the different settings, so that's something to look at. They even have ones that are low noise, so that's actually good.
Just go to a lower noise one, and because if you're using this every day, or if you work in a hair salon or something, it can damage your hearing over time.
Okay. Now, when you talk about over time, I mean, are you talking about, you know, over 10, 20, 30 years of everyday use, or what kind of time frame?
Hearing loss is one of those things that as you use, if you're around noise over time, it actually damages your hearing slowly over time, and it doesn't heal. And so it's just going to get gradually worse over time. So that's what happens to most of us. So we want to protect it and try and keep our hearing as long as we can. Okay. Another thing, and this is something that all of us have in our kitchen, as we turn on something like a blender, we don't realize that the noise level from something like this is incredibly loud.
Oh, wow, look at that, 103.
Oh, 103.
Wow.
As loud as the kid's toy. It's amazing. So
I think I'm more amazed that the kid's toy is as loud as a blender.
So one thing that we learned is if you're around your family and loved ones this weekend, and you notice when you go to your loved ones, like your parents, that the TV's really loud.
Yes.
They probably have some sort of hearing loss. So what we do at Zounds Hearing, and for this month, people that, if you're concerned about a loved one that may have a hearing loss, we'll test their hearing for free at any of our 10 Valley locations. Won't cost you a penny. The other thing that we're doing is if you know someone or have a friend or a loved one that you know needs hearing aids and they can't afford them, we're giving away 10 sets of hearing aids this month. 10.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Just in Phoenix. So if they go to zoundscares.com, they can register for that, and we'll be happy to help them. Okay,
it is actually Better Hearing Month. Didn't know that there was such a thing, so that's awesome to focus light on our hearing. As you know, it's something we obviously need. So, and as Sam's been talking about, just decreases over the years with all the everyday things that are around us that do harm our hearing. Sam, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Zounds has 10 locations across the Valley, so check them out, and especially if you know someone who needs hearing aids and just can't afford them. What a great program you guys are offering. Thank you. Still ahead here on Good Morning Arizona, today's Community Corner, in honor of Memorial Day, we are featuring the Marine Corps Scholarship Program and how it helps veterans and students. Ryan will be back with that, so stay with us.